Well, hello there. It's been a few weeks. Let me catch you up. Quick disclaimer, there will be fan noise throughout the video. It's 88 degrees and no AC in this place. This is a 4H repair. I'm assuming new heads, new rope. This was just completed recently. 16 diameter, 14 depth, rod tension. All the Yamaha bobbly bits for the throw-offs took a while to find. She is done. High gloss, total boat water-based finish. This baby, 1616 mahogany, we're hoping for one final coat of finish. Maybe today, not sure. These are the brocades for PASIC 18. 2 we're gonna spray clear, the rest we're gonna wrap. I did layout and drilling in my home shop over the week. So possibly today, bearing edges and beds. These are 2 new hoops for a drum we will see momentarily. The 2 Jim Florence drums we were refurbishing are done. So recut the bearing edge, flattened them, chopped them off. They were a mess. Chopped them off, flattened on the sanding table, recut, new beds, new heads, new rope, basement discount. We're trying to find him a new home. Billy's rolling in. Drums on the rack. The free floater is waiting on a part for the throw assembly. This baby needs to start clear coat. This came in to be finished. I think Bill and or parents laced up the ears. I don't think anything was done to the edges. Heads, lacing, pressing. Possible kid rope drum. Waiting on the client to fully confirm. The hoops we just saw are for this bad boy. This belongs to Plimouth Plantation. They want it refurbished for use. It is from 1989, Eames, with a really thin leather wrap. It's pretty cool. Got a makeshift photo booth over here, nothing but the best. And we've been working on a new website, which possibly we're going to repoint the domain to today. We'll see how it goes. I'm already sweating.
Yeah, it's warm.
Dude. Works on the table. Doesn't work on the hoop. There we go.
Yeah, that thing is getting
Pretty tired. Come on! Dickhead. Come on, dude. What's the deal on that one? New heads, new rope, or was it a substantial repair?
Yeah, I mean, it needed new bearing edges. Like, it didn't really, the bearing edges were pretty much flat. Like, it seemed like they tried to do like a baseball bat, but they were basically flat. So it needed edges, new rope, new heads. One of the re-rings was coming unglued, so I had to fix that. Oh, also the hoops totally didn't fit because they didn't have any relief cuts. Like you could get heads on, but it wasn't good, so I did that too. It's like with this 4H stuff, I mean, I used to teach that group, and I try to like take care of them however I can, which isn't much these days since I have like no time to go there and teach. But luckily, the heads on the rope were already theirs.
Oh, it looks like new rope.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, they own a spool here.
Yeah, this was the end of it though. That second spool on the wall, the lower one, that we bought for 4H like 8 years ago, probably.
It's ply. Is it ash?
Yeah.
Is it Cooperman?
I think Keller made these.
Keller made the shells, but it's a Cooperman drum?
Yeah. Yeah, they've used Keller shells off and on for a long time. And I think Keller used to do these ash ply shells for them, but then eventually stopped. But then they were still getting laminated maple shells from Keller.
Don't really know how the water-based stuff does in humidity, but I guess we're gonna find out. And hope we don't screw it up. Bad helper. There we go. Okay, next up. Oh, forgot I was taking some photos of this. Looks pretty cool. I should probably come clean. It's weighing on my conscience because I got here before you did. Mm-hmm. I didn't officially buy a ticket to the gun show.
Oh, you just snuck in during the setup?
Yeah.
Yeah. Classic stagehand move.
All right, tell us about the flush hoop guards.
Yeah. So I've been, for a long time, I've really strongly disliked the kind of hoop guards that you normally get, whether it's for like modern marching bass drum or like the hoop guards that some people use on rope drums. We use them too. They're like, it's like a cap of some sort, you know? And it always kind of bugged me how that like raises the profile of the hoop, and especially on a snare drum, because like how it impacts your stick angle. I don't know. I just don't like it. So I've been trying to come up with a zero profile hoop guard for a long time. These are just aluminum, and I just cut notches. You can see from the inside of the hoop, you can kind of see better how it fits. Cut notches in the hoop, and then I made these little aluminum arcs, and they're bolted in. And then, I did all the shaping to get them so that they match the profile of the hoop. They actually have two bolts that go into threaded inserts in the hoop, but both the bolts and the seams are hidden under the claw hooks, which, I don't know, I thought that would look cool. But yeah, they work great. I mean, it's not that you can't play rim shots on wooden hoops, but you'll definitely beat the hell out of the hoops over time. So this is my current best solution to the issue of rim guards.
Also, carrying this thing over here, I stabbed myself yet again.
Yep.
Definitely the Iron Maiden of drums. You got this nice tack pattern, right? Oh yeah. Oh! Tetanus.
Yep.
If you're trying to get to the website, we broke it. We think we can get it fixed, but we'll find out. We have calfskins soaking for this bad boy. In the meantime, bearing edge parade.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's good.
had my mouth open.
It's in my mouth.
It's a very chewy and gamey pizza dough.
Yeah.
Genuine calf skin.
Sure is.
I need to look more into this because how old are the animals that these come off of?
No idea.
We talking like yearling steers or something? Or are we talking veal industry?
I don't know. I mean, it might be veal.
There's probably answers I don't want to know, but I still want to know. And if we're using it, it's probably only responsible to know. Oh, we gotta get pics of this for the website.
Yeah. Since I am actually doing the thing right now.
Yep.
Punch those lips.
So basically you lay the flesh out, you throw the counter hoop in it, flesh hoop.
Yeah.
You're able to tuck the four sides by hand, and then you have to run around it and fiddle fart with that little spoon tool.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, like, I usually end up going around a few times because, like, I kind of get it, like, mostly tucked, and then some spots will kind of come undone while I'm doing other sections, and then, but, you know, by the time I've gone around it, like, a few times, yeah, you know, and actually I'm just gonna throw a couple of these on and just try to keep it a little more.
Steele has the technique down. We should ask him.
Oh, yeah, he's...
I'm pretty sure he wrestles the kangaroo to the ground and he force feeds them the hoop.
Yeah, I mean, when I was talking to him, it sounded like that was, I mean, there was definitely kangaroo wrestling involved. Or boxing. He boxed kangaroos, right? Yeah, that's what it was.
I don't know what he does with kangaroos. What's that tool actually called?
It's a tucking tool. I mean, a lot of people just use actual spoons. But yeah, this is this company Tap Products.
They make like a few percussion related things, but that's like somebody was using this on a video that I was watching to learn how to do this forever ago. I was like, oh, that looks like a cool thing. I'll grab one of those.
And it works pretty well.
To be honest, I'm not good enough at this yet to have a sense of like what is the best
Tool. I mean, I've modified. I've changed the shape of this end several times, and I feel like the way it is now is a lot better and more useful for me than
how it was when I got it, but I don't know.
More on tuckage.
Yeah.
the number of times I've done this. You'd think I'd be starting to get good at it.
Well, it's probably just infrequent enough.
Yeah. I lose most of what I gained from the experience. Ceases to be relevant.
So you get her tucked, you slide it over the drum so that it dries and stretches to conform. You ended up putting a relief cut on the hoop so it fits better and snugs down. As this dries, do all these lumps go out of here, or does it keep this like 80s mom jeans look?
Most of those should tighten up. I think they all will. The goal, I mean, you'll still see where there are like folds, but it should be pretty flat, provided it did it right. So, 50-50.
You gonna countercut the other one? You gotta wait and see what it looks like.
I think I'm gonna do the other one too, because it's the fact that the shell is oversized is a big part of the problem. So having this relief cut just makes the hoop just want to go on easier. So I think probably I don't want to do that either way.
Now, how do we put pressure on there? Do you add a board and some weights or what?
Yeah, usually. What I'm trying to decide is if we should put both heads and just rope it up, or like put some weight on here and let this kind of do its thing. If we are going to add snares, I think I'm going to want to sand in just like a very, very tiny snare bed on the bottom, if there isn't one already. So I'm not sure if I want to close it up all the way just yet, but I do want to flip it over.
Been quite a while since I've used any Odie's oil. What's a jar of that cost nowadays? 120 bucks?
Probably.
I mean, for like specific applications, I really like this stuff, but it's definitely not all purpose, and it costs a freaking fortune.
45 bucks on Amazon. 60 bucks at Wrastler. Holy poop.
Right?
Must be made with the sweat of babies. I know what you're thinking. Hey dummy, why don't you use the drill press? Because I already set up the drill press to do hoops. And we haven't done the hoops yet, and I don't want to undo it, and this is just as quick. And they're through holes because we're using T-nuts now, because we fancy.
Sure is. I really like doing things like this where it's like a new product and I have to figure out how to make something, but then like every once in a while I just get to this spot where I'm kind of at a loss for like order of operations or just process in general, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Paralysis by analysis.
Yeah, pretty much. And if I just start, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm trying to think about for the website, for like what we actually want that copy to be on the first page. The thing I really like about Rope is Dope is that it's like a little bit tongue-in-cheek and clearly we don't take ourselves super seriously. Although I do like tradition is just peer pressure from dead people.
And rope is dope. Rolls off the tongue.
It does.
Not as harsh as I banged your mom. Good news. She's live. Had to change some DNS record on the hosting end. Next hurdle is the shipping rates for the commerce. Right now it's by weight tiers, and we need to do it probably by box dimensions and weight. So I'll have to work with Billy Sr. on it. For those of you thinking that I forgot the ears like a dummy,
It's coming apart again anyway.
it's coming apart again, and he thinks he's going to go with some tie-on style ears.
Yeah. Very 17th century looking. Say as if I know what I'm talking about.
And it will probably come apart again in order to add a snare bed. If the client wants to go with snares.
Yeah, which historically, I mean, the drum that this is a copy of almost certainly had snares. Like it had to have. 17th century style, so it's there was no snare hardware or anything. they're just like kind of stuck under the rims with maybe a little wooden or leather snare anchor. So it sounds terrible, but I mean, it's like what the style was. I mean, it sounds kind of cool if you don't listen to it like you're listening to a snare drum, and instead listen to it like some historical percussion instrument. It's all like rattly and raspy, and I don't know. I think it's cool, but by modern snare drum standards, it sounds terrible. Which is why I wanted to run it by the client first and see if that's what he really wants. I'm gonna get a combo square to see if this is even. I think these bearing edges are pretty inconsistent. Okay, so this side is tighter. Let's get a little more over here.
Well, we know that it's not dead nuts flat based on the surface table.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. It's like the edges are kind of wonky, so it's like I can't get too crazy about trying to make this perfect because like I'm measuring against an uneven surface, but it should like put it in the ballpark, Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, within the context of what I'm measuring against, I think that's good when we get it, for sure.
I want to get it finished because the client said we could have a private tour of the Plimouth Plantation.
Yes, and if there's one thing we like, it's nerdy museum stuff. I would very much like that. Pretty dry, but okay.
That's a wrap for the night. Discussed the setup. We did the bearing edges. I drilled for the badges. Next on these will be snare beds, then killer red tape, then brocade. So possibly sometime during the week. We'll have to see. Because I have to disappear down to Tennessee for at least a month because my mom's getting another body part replaced.
Yeah.
Give her!
I'd be more likely to believe in God if humans had interchangeable parts.
That got deep real quick.
Yeah, alright. This is okay. It's tightening up around the flush hoop. The tuck actually looks legitimately good over here.
Oh, got some mom gene action right there.
Yeah.
That might go away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it shrinks
Actually,
down a
it
little
doesn't
bit,
look any
but-
worse than the original head that came in with it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's not like super clean like
No, it's
the
not.
way Steele does it, but
No, it's not kangaroo wrestling in the bush quality, but
yeah, no, not even close. But I mean, it's legitimately not bad. So, hey, that's something.
that's the tagline for the website. Calderwood, legitimately not bad. It's a winner.
It's true.